There was a lot of money coming in from USAID and NGOs to funnel a war with Russia in Ukraine, Moldova, and in Georgia. NATO also expanded, which was not what it originally was agreed upon, all to hold Russia down. There is absolutely zero critical thinking skills that I've seen in Europe, except for with conservatives. They're really not thinking for themselves at all. Critical thinking is up against an extreme amount of money that is complete propaganda. And I don't think people realize how free they are compared to the Soviet Union. So Soviet Union was a different time. That ended in 1991. I have been to these countries. They're extremely free. You're very free in Russia. You're very free in Georgia. But the youth of today have no idea what it used to be like or the freedoms that they have. And so they are eating the propaganda machine, and they're told Russia bad, but they don't realize that Georgia relies on Russia for economics and that there has to be cooperation. Further, no one thinks about history and that there are Russian-speaking areas of Georgia. I don't know what the solution is going to be with Abkhazia, for example. I know that the people in Abkhazia do not want to be with Georgia, and they've partnered more with Russia. I think that's something that maybe we need to open up dialogue on for everyone. Things got very, very bad under the Biden administration. What I really, really hate for Georgia is that the opposition to the current government did everything possible to ruin all relationships with the West. That means all communication with the European Union was cut off thanks to the left lobbying constantly. There was no communication with the United States. Instead, there was sanctioning. There was so much sanctioning from the United States that it's hurting the Georgian people. It makes zero sense. And they even wanted to send all the Georgian children that are studying in the United States back to America. Why do they want to punish their own people? Again, there's zero common sense here, zero critical thinking. I have personally worked very hard to change the narrative for Georgia. I have spoken to opposition leaders on the left in Georgia, and my opinion is if you think that your elections were stolen, then go through the steps in order to address that. Don't put children in the streets. They were taking children, school-age children, out of school, putting them on the front lines of violent protests. I have a problem with that as a mother and someone who loves children. It's really not okay. And again, they've lost all their critical thinking abilities here. I have spent a lot of time with members of US Congress and also globally, meeting with members of parliament, going to summits, discussing Georgia. I have submitted proposals to the United States State Department and members of Congress and national security advisors on Georgia. And I think because of my work, we're starting to open up communication with the Trump administration. I think it's going to be slow. But we have to overcome all of the very bad money that's funneling in to divide people. The country of Georgia has incredible people, incredible food, one of the favorite places I've ever been, and it's very sad to see them divided by propaganda that is extremely, extremely funded.